We were out on patrol in Sangin and came across some local children that were kind of kicking about a little bundle and realised it was a little puppy. He'd been part of a large litter and they didn't want him, so they were just going to drown him. His stomach was swollen, about twice its size. He had quite a lot of infection in his eyes. He wasn't really moving that much at all. So the first 24 hours we thought that he might pass away, but woke up next morning and he had a little bit of food, and then from there just got more bouncy and kind of turned into a lovely puppy. The effect that he had on us as a patrol base, the British soldiers that were there, it's quite hard to put into words because you're in such a dangerous environment. You're far away from home, you've got nothing that's normal, it's completely lost. You're going out on patrols every day, you think, the worst might happen, and then to come back to your patrol base and have a small puppy there that's really excited to see you, and it's just brings back that bit of normality and that distraction, I think, for everyone. So it wasn't just me, all the lads were kind of absolutely loved him.
The infantry soldiers Sarah was with named the puppy Reorg, short for reorganisation. It's a phrase shouted at the turning point in a battle, appropriate for the turning point in the puppy's life. Reorg adored anyone in a British uniform, became protective of his new family and barked if Afghan soldiers approached. Sarah knew he'd be killed out of spite if she had to leave him behind when the tour was over.
It's just something, it's like a little dream, isn't it, really? It's something that you don't, in a million years, you don't think it's possible to logistically get a dog from Sangin back to your house in the UK. But the more I thought about leaving him, the harder it got. I tried for hours and hours and hours, well, days, to find a way of trying to get him back. And then I came back from R&R and managed to get on a computer and just typed in rescue an Afghan dog because I didn't know what else to do. And then this charity came up called Nowzad.
But just finding the charity wasn't the answer to all her prayers. Nowzad Dogs had never rescued an animal from a location as difficult to reach as Sangin. Lots of favours were begged, strings pulled and secrets kept to get Reorg transported to Kandahar, from where the charity could take over and send him home to quarantine kennels. Nowzad Dogs was set up by Farthing, a Royal Marine who got through his tour of Helmand in 2007 with the help of a dog he rescued from a fight which Afghan men were organising as sport.
We were mortared most days. We lost 2 of our lads. So as the troop sergeant, it was my job to try and bring the lads back up and motivate them. But there was no one there to do that for me. So I'd spend my couple of moments off, just sat with the dog and pretend I was back home. And that was my way of sort of de-stressing from the whole thing, really.
But where does that put you with the military, say, when you're supposed to go on tour that's unaccompanied so that you don't have home attachments and things like that and you can focus on your work?
They didn't interfere with what we were doing. It wasn't like when I was out there we were running like a little dog pound or anything. It was just the dogs were there, we'd come back in a patrol, and it was 2 minutes we'd spend with them.
Since leaving the Marines, Penn's written 2 books, set up his charity in the UK and the US, and the next project's neutering.
One of the things they do at the moment to neuter the stray dog population is shoot the dogs, which obviously, one, isn't fantastic for the dogs because they don't always kill them first time, but also a lot of the kids will come out and watch the shooting, and then there's ricochets off the mud walls and then the kids are injured. So one of the things we can do is actually try and promote to the Afghans the benefits of animal welfare and how they should do things humanely.
Okay. Hello, darling.
A year after he was adopted in Sangin, Reorg's leaving quarantine to be rehomed with Sarah's dad, where there are 3 other canine playmates.
To save a life, and it's a human life, but it's a dog life, and to be able to take him out of kind of what was certain death almost, and to open up a whole new life to him, makes you feel warm.
Penn's sure that caring for an animal can act as a post-traumatic stress deterrent and believes that's understood by many in the military, even though there has to be a no feral animals policy on bases.
With the soldiers looking after the animals, it proves that these soldiers have got compassion. They may be able to go outside the wire and they turn it on and do the job they're meant to be doing, but then when they come back in, they're not just warmongers and just want to go out there for the fight with the Taliban. They're actually normal human beings, and they can sit there with the dog and animal and actually show this compassion and look after it. I think it proves we have got the best soldiers in the world.